Wilgenstraat is renowned for its social housing complexes. These buildings have past their zenith and will be demolished. In its place, the site will be reshaped into new palazzo-type housing complexes in the middle of a Lee oasis. Green and tranquil spaces will be provided, however, the missing link is still social connection between the community. Now let's take a closer look at the people that live within these social housing complexes. Through statistics, we have found out the following. These numbers might be an indicator of the hardships that they might go through. However, they are only the tip of the iceberg of what keeps these people from interacting with society, or therefore even their own neighbors. Luckily, Antwerp is filled with non-profit organizations that help these residents with all sorts of problems. Like, a lot of organizations. They all work within their own isolated field to provide the needed social services. However, these often overlap with other organizations, causing the residents to lack overview on where to seek assistance or whom to approach. If you want to create an environment where our residents feel safe and part of the community, we'll have to strengthen the communication between all actors of the system. And what if we introduce a product service system into this case study? How would we connect this missing link? Let's make the impact of our change clear with a customer's journey. A single mom of two helps their children packing their bags for school. She finds out that they missed their deadline to pay the bills for a school activity, which worries her. She is reminded of a personal device she got once moving into the building and records her worries about this financial problem. After a long and heavy day, she goes home after picking up the children and hears them talk about wanting to play outside more because they normally always have to stay inside because mom has to cook. So the mother has a great idea and gives their child a device to record a wish that they could play outside more often. Later on, they pass the community hub in between the social housing complexes, and once nearing the hub, the device starts to vibrate directionally towards the hub. The screen on the hub shows a layout of the device, inviting the user to connect. Our mother takes out the device and aligns it with the screen. The LEDs start to fade into the screen, and the messages ripple outwards like water in a wishing well. The hub transforms the message into a designated color, and these colors represent different teams and wishes. In the meantime, these messages are also sent to a collaborative organization platform, which is guided by a community coordinator that ushers the community requests and teams to the right organizations. When an activity is requested, the community manager sits together with the appropriate organizations and collaborate on how to make these activities happen. With a proposal worked out, the organizations send a message to the residents telling them that their ideas are taken into consideration and are invited to co-create the activity during the hub's monthly meeting. Finally home, the mother sees her financial request is taken into consideration and also decides to join the scheduled monthly meeting at the community hub. Here, she gets to meet the community coordinator and the organizations involved. They all see how they can assist one another and schedule an event in the community's agenda. A hot new sports event in your agenda? Now that might stimulate even more residents to assist with the event. And in the following days, the community coordinator keeps on guiding the co-creation of this sport event with the residents, guiding them to create something themselves. The event finally takes place. The coordinator, the organizations, and the residents have put their hands together to make it happen. And her mother is proud to have been part of creating such an event. She's even motivated to communicate more ideas. The residents keep talking afterwards, and they see they all share interests in a workshop that is also displayed on the community's agenda. Perhaps they'll all join an activity next week and get to know each other a little better. In this transformed community, our product service system does not only connect the residents, but it also empowers them to shape their own environment, building towards a thriving community.